Birthday mo pala nanay eh.
Ay, hindi niya alam.
Di ko alam. Happy birthday.
Hindi niya alam talaga.
Di ko man alam.
Secret ko kasi.
Anong handa mo? Ba, may spaghetti.
Si Kalay lang nagluto. Sandali namin sa kanya. Sikreto mo nga. Isa lang.
Di ko alam kayo nakapanan dito sa amin.
Hindi niya talaga alam. Nagpuwidahan kami, naka-headset ka. Naka-earphone ka. Ano man yan. Hindi niya talaga alam. Kasi sabi ko masakit nga dito ko. Oo, kaya lang magluluto. Hoy! Kinalat mo na naman ko. Kaya kumain ka na lang yung sisira.
Hindi mo spaghetti ma.
Alam mo, pinag-hinga ko ganyan dahil kay Kuya. Hindi mo ko
So not going to be over peaking. MSL now info gathered. Molotov down onto ramp. Keeps
and AKs, Tech 9s, not much, but it's honest work. Let's see if they can do any work with it. Christo finds one, Christo finds two, as AZ runs behind Zeke before they even know what happened.
okay.
Look at Christo, like he was running to CT with the bomb. He was so enamored, he was so enveloped in his push. He's like, oh, I'm gonna keep on going, boys. I'm just gonna keep on hunting. And I respect that. And what I respect even further is he realizes, oh wait, I've got the C4. Here, plant the bomb, let's go. And I love it. North, as you said, they fall into the ambush of ambush, but they seemingly have a counter strat, and that's a straight B rush through short, through monster, and it works like a charm.
Absolutely perfect. Yeah, again, it keeps ambush there. But at least in the setups. Four and two. Money again is a bit more of an issue. You might see a reinvestment here from ambush, though. They can drop out two M4s, and that is exactly what they're going to do. We'll leave Insta down onto a FAMAS, but it's a very much needed buy round for ambush. They can't afford to allow North to further extend this lead, but this buy round is pretty much everything. They lose this one. North are on a fast track to 6 and 2, and that's a great T-side scoreline. Iceberg could be read very quickly by Gaiden. I think he just about has. The timing could not be worse as they round the corner.
Wow. Wow. Wow, Zers, you
What?
gotta be joking. What? Ah! Against him, Rixo has himself an angle, blinded just as he takes the shot. MSL is out. Second shot gonna be a miss and hit though, and Cajun B holding the off angle towards connector. Second player to join the party. Doesn't matter. Cajun B doesn't care. And it's Insta and Rixo now. Ooh, Rixo missing another shot. That is now 2 out of 3. So he better get the hell out of there, save the op, and well, Insta having a round reset. One of the players must have either crashed or we're having some issues and maybe a restart on a certain game for one. But it seems like we're already back, so it's all good. We should be fine. Some FPS drops, classical stuff, you know, CS stuff that just doesn't go away until Source 2 is released, but okay. Oh, might not even go away then, but still, you know,
Yeah.
hope for a brighter future and all that. One up, as we can see. Well, North are certainly one-upping right now Ambush, so let's see if perhaps Ambush can set another ambush and maybe make out with an ambush. But 5-2 and a full eco. We should be expecting a rather simple and easy ending here to the round itself, although nice damage, at least starting off strong.
Great start onto MSL. Keeps at least one of these players tagged. Fortunately, it is the AWP player at least, but see where this one does go for them. Again, ambush in this full eco type round, just looking to get as much damage as possible. They know that winning the round is somewhat unlikely. Insta. Christo very lucky to be alive. 4 HP as they do get somewhat out of the situation. A bomb site has been taken over. They'll realize that it was a full B stack. fairly soon. Smokes down will start to dissipate. Of course, Ambush will attempt the retake just to put the pressure onto the bomb site. They know that they won't be getting out with the round, but it at least puts these players at a probable chance to maybe reclaim a kill or so. But either way, 6-2. Great mark so far for North. Looking, compared to their last week best of one, already a lot more convincing. T-side in a best of one is incredibly important, knowing that it is the majoritively weaker side on a game, and considering that it is a best of one, it's nice to see North performing. Tactical timeout for Ambush expected, but a bit of a discussion to come. Again, the investment of an AWP, it's going to be limited. Glass cannon on Rixo if they do take that risk, but I'm glad that Ambush at least are tactically thinking. They'll take a small pause, give them a chance here, but of course they'll invest. It just depends on Rixo. Is he going to go for the AWP?
Go for it. I mean, I'm not against that. I really am not. It's a glass cannon, though. That leaves him very vulnerable. And yeah, missing a few shots here and there is not that alive, but you know, how many instances do we actually know where an opper misses like 2 or 3 vital shots potentially and then gets out of it alive, right?
Yeah.
1 shot maybe, 2 shots, oof, and 3 shots, that's already calling the lottery, man. So in this case, let's see, Ambush, they are relying heavily on Rixo as he's going to be controlling A long. He's got support by Iceberg through sight, so they will be keeping a certain eye out here for any early incursions by North. But look at what North is doing. And this is the classic old school alternate attacks default that Hunden, you know, used to run continuously with the boys. This is basically looking to take map control early on towards party, towards toilets, and then focus in towards connector and be short. Rixo will take the first shot. Will not be exactly anywhere in the vicinity of a frag, but it's a start. Now they know they have an op to deal with, though. North, that's a lot of information for them. Keep in mind, they should be aware of the economy situation of Ambush, or at least should kind of know how much money they have left. And with an op up in play, they'll know that that is a sacrificial lamb. At best, you know, with mini Kevlar, no utility. At worst, glass cannon.
As well with the way that North are chance for the first half to already be in the back pockets of North. This is quite a scary prospect. Ambush starting out quite a treacherous path. 100% win rate so far, but not meaning anything against a North that seems to already have found that momentum spot.
Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, this is very reminiscent of how it went down against Endpoint. They lost the first pistol, they lost the second round, which was an eco round for North, and all of a sudden, it's back to square ones. And, well, they did win the pistol, excuse me. North won the pistol here and then lost the second round, but still, it's like, effectively, 2 rounds still only to Ambush doesn't really do them too much justice whatsoever or helps them too much. Typos, close range. Does he get checked? Of course he does not, or at least not immediately, as AZ is not ready for the close fight. KGB, pop flash works out though and saves his life. KGB finds a second gate. Will support that push as he takes down long control for Zeke, and that all of a sudden becomes, you know, after a nice idea of Ambush to try and take control of party, of playground, and potentially Fountain Deep. They get themselves caught in a bit of a wild swing, and it is Iceberg that replies at least, but it's a 2-on-2. Damage dealt, if nothing else.
Yeah, rifle that can be saved. Yeah, this might actually benefit Ambush just that little bit. Cajun B realizing that he is pressing towards CT though. Insta trying to do as much damage as possible. Retake, of course, as we know, is probably off the cards already. But I respect the effort for trying. Gets away with a kill at least onto Cajun B as well. Fair enough. Gade will get the job finished. AWP not retrievable. 8-2. North will not care at the moment. They're racking up the rounds. That's all that matters. Ambush back onto their full buy. This time, Rixo, AWP, and the Kevlar to support it. A lot of utility across the further 4 players. Diffuse kits among them as well, which is exactly what you like to see, but a very important round. They lose this one. North are on their way to double digits, already making Overpass look like a breeze so far, and that's exactly what they want to do. That's Typo's dead. Zeke was still tagged. He's not even been finished off yet. Essentially a very quick potential of a 5-on-3. This is a rough start for Ambush yet again.
I'm not particularly sure as to why Typos is pushing B short while Zeke is falling back. It's like, you want to take B short, it's all good. Try it. It's not a problem that you're doing that. It's a problem when you're doing it alone. And right now, Ambush seems to be lost in their own mind a little bit. Oh, Zeke, he hears the jump. He knows that AZ's right below him, but he can't do anything about it. And oh, maybe. Oh my god, the timing. It's so close. And AZ finally going to be caught as Zeke is able to find himself the return. And Zeke the second. Wowzers. That's through the wall, like through the little barrier there.
Oh, Christo,
unfortunately. Oh, Christo runs out of bullets. What is this? Magic. Unfortunately, doesn't matter. Well, it does matter a little bit at least, as Rix is able to refrag back to a 2-on-1.
Fake plant from Gade. Second commitment to come. They will walk down catwalk. Exactly the right thing to do. They'll have the drop on the timing. Ambush. They'll get the retake. Only just, but come out successfully with it. Christo running into a bit of trouble there with the lack of bullets in the chamber, unfortunately. But either way, getting themselves afloat. Just barely. But enough to see the CT side stabilize for at least a round moving forward. Rixo should be dropping out an M4 as well, just to keep the economy afloat. That's exactly what he'll be doing, of course. Chance for Ambush to make as many rounds as they can here in this first half. Like you say, the fact that when they played against Endpoint, they got a total of 2 rounds across the entire map. Ambush already doing one better. Again, it's a T side from North that is looking quite scary. The rebuy to come. They've got money in the bank as well for the next round if things do go a little south. So, Ambush, they've got to be prepared. They've got to be consistent here. Play for not just a single round. We know that CT sides really do fall on their knees when they pick up a round but then instantly get reset. We know that can be breaking this side quickly. North. Right back into a default. No pressure at all onto these stacks or onto the rushes. Playing as calm as we know they can be. Christo just holding this lurker position down toward the B site. They've got every option covered. It's more about Ambush wanting to find the info or make a mistake perhaps here that going to be a bit more of a cause for concern. But there we go, Zeke. Capitalizes onto Christo. That's their lurker play gone. It's going to be a commitment toward the A site, and Iceberg might just be about to get incredibly lucky.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Sure.
Finally a little bit of luck comes the way for Ambush as well, and a little bit of good graces. This is exactly what we should have been expecting from the get-go, and it certainly saves Ambush a lot of trouble moving forward. And I mean, they're not out of it yet, but it gives them that benefit of doubt, right? It gives them the chance to potentially still make this first half somewhat commendable at an 8-7 or 7-8, excuse me. Even if it's 9-6, given what they had to go up against at the beginning, it's going to be better than, you know, anything else they could have hoped for in any case. Iceberg coming in big, and he would have thought that North are Titanic with it, given how they dealt with that, but luckily we are not sure if they're Titanic yet or not. Imagine if your team is called Titanic and the opponent's team is called Iceberg. Like, how do you ever win that? You just simply cannot win, surely. It's like, you can't win that match. Yes, Titanic, of course. I know, bad jokes. I know, all around. Always. Oh! Well, that wasn't a bad joke. That was a pretty damn good one. And Good night, MSL.
Handed an insta headshot there. Bomb plant not going to be denied, at least. Iceberg, though, there he is. Takes out the first, gets the second. A very easy retake for Ambush, of course, even bagging himself the third. And Rixo just gets it done through the wall, as easy as that. 5 on the board for Ambush. T-side now being thwarted in their momentum so far. Beautiful shot by Rixo as well, just timing to perfection. But Ambush at least making this first half now look a lot better. This CT side not as fully demoralized, not as wiped off of the first half as we might have thought. Penultimate round of the first half. You know, double digits, it's still on the cards for North if they can reach into that sort of precipice, but this is at least a safer performance now from Ambush. It's not ideal on a CT side, but it's at least manageable compared to the 13-2 that we saw from North against Endpoint.
Oh, most certainly. Most certainly. I will have to point out, I'm not sure what Ambush really wanted to achieve with those deep Molotovs towards Party. I get the Molotov into short B, but if you usually Molotov Party, Playground deep, and of course the exit through Playground, you want to take control, you want to be showing your I'm not saying your cards, but you're definitely putting yourself out there, and you want to be in control, of course. And right now, they've pulled back so far that they're leaving themselves vulnerable. Short control is now in their hands, sure, but long is being under attack. And, well, Christo will find one. That's Rixo. Cage and B takes down Iceberg, who's been there for the defense, and, well, doesn't really matter. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. When you display that amount of utility that early on, usually it means you want to go aggro. Usually it means you want to take control. And I get that. And, of course, Ambush wanted to, slow down North if at all possible, but they left them completely open and long. And what else will North do but just run up the site and take it? And, well, right now, that's exactly what they did do. And Zeke, yeah, 9-5, and this will be most likely a 10-5 ending, although money is there, so it's not the end of the line. There's definitely room for more here. Definitely room for a 9-6, as I said. It's not going to be the worst there.
Yeah, this is at least better for North to guarantee round number 9. Ambush final round of the first half, though. If they can make 6, DT side again will seem a little stable. AZ straight through the smoke with the Molotov there, down on toward the B short position. Trying to see if they can maybe exploit the setup early, but so far nothing to come of it yet. Managing the corners nicely, making sure no boosts are being orchestrated. But again, you can see with the way that North are playing, Gade is this lurker in toward the A side of the map, insta spotting nothing upon the jump up. Christy will get himself safely out of the position as well. A reason to be sort of putting yourself in the firing line. Zeke on this corner, though. This could be an interesting entry. Light little gap that they have to play with. There we go. It works out beautifully. Gets away with the first. Spotting out Krista as well. Molotov down, but the rest of the side has to start to commit. Easy. Gets away with a headshot at least. Deck exposing himself as well. Christo didn't spot the feet though. Insta nice nade over the top. Back to a 4-on-3, and Zeke still allowed to survive on this bomb site. There we go. 9 and 6 will be coming through most likely for Ambush. Down to Cage and being a 1-on-3, but with time not on his side, unfortunately, and the bomb down on the back of the site. It's going to be an incredibly hard round to win. I'm not going to write him off yet, but it will be a difficult one, especially now with 10 seconds left on the plant. Has to commit to it here. Might be able to get away with it, perhaps.
Could be. He will. Maybe even a frag if he's lucky enough. Yo, he's being hunted down, although...
No!
Cajun B! He knows! Oh! Cajun B! Yes, sir, give it to me more. That was perfect. Sublime.
What?
As Ambush themselves in a 1-on-3, they go in one by one, everybody more afraid than the other, and Cajun B just says, nah, man, nah, that ain't happening. You're not getting away with playing like that. And look at the statistics. Look at how it's all been turning around here. North, you know, they're not exactly in the top edge, but they are making it happen. 10-5. And of course, remember, boys, we have a giveaway going on all week long, ending on Sunday at the end of the tournament, at the official end of the tournament, with week 8 being the last iteration of it. We've got an M9 Damascus Steel bayonet, and we've got the M4 A1S, the help me out here, I always forget what name of the skin it is, but a few vouchers as well from Skin Baron. So make sure to go to the Esports Bible Twitter and check it out, as it is the pinned tweet. But in any case, the second pistol man, holy hell, Cajun B, I still cannot let go of that.
Right, that's a highlight play from him right there. North, that might just be what they need. Oh, Iceberg, he dies. If Iceberg dies, that's the bomb down. If Iceberg dies, that's the bomb. And MSL,
yeah,
able to find the kill, and an aggro push that really pays off here. And you can tell with the way that he's playing right now, just sits back, no reason to over-aggress this, spots the info, will now fall back. Support through connect to doors, Gator already has it covered. Already down to a 5-on-3, and this is North again. Looking fairly comfortable. Zeke tagged down as well. Christu will take a dink along the way. As MSL in support, those tapping away with that USP. Players health depleting left, right, and center.
Oh, Christo.
And there we go. Yeah, double to finish the job. 11-5. North are on the onwards and upwards here.
Both pistols secured, giving them a very hefty advantage. And as you said, double digits going into 11 now. It is certainly... It's starting to look a little bit scary as Ambush is out of options. And once more, I want to point out Ambush. They played it one by one. They went in through Connector alone on B short. No support coming through Monster. And generally speaking, they just left themselves to be vulnerable. And, well, they're not really doing themselves any justice, are they? Anyway, in any case, alrighty, we're going to have a very quick ending to the eco here, as expected. And North is looking to make short work of their opponents here, as they want to face off Excomago as soon as, well, possible.
Yeah, wanting to just exert minimal effort here from North, and I think they're exactly on their way to do that at the moment. 12-5. First gun round to come here for the side of Ambush. North, of course, keeping the FAMASs in play, keeping their bonus round weapons up to scratch. A hell of a lot of utility, though, so this is still going to be a dangerous round on the side of Ambush to play. 8 over the top. Do any damage, really, actually. Keeps everybody on around 100 health. Rixo takes single tag. Not that it will make a difference. Typos. Tries the peek from Connector, spots out the info there on the side of North. They'll fall back. No reason to commit to that sort of play. There's Ambush that seem to be favoring the A side here so far. Through short they go. Potential to drop down to Connector, but Cajun B. Flashbang was perfect. Timing could not have been better. Insta walks into the corner.
I'm not even sure why. It's like...
Yeah. I think he maybe tried to catch MSL's recoil reset, but didn't work in the slightest.
Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, if that was, you know, maybe the reasoning behind it, but then again, it's, you know, you're walking through a very difficult angle, you've already lost one, you don't have any support, you're walking into it, shifting into it, it's like, you've just been shot from that position. Clearly, it would be foolish to assume that the CTs would not be watching that position at least a few moments longer, right? And for me, Ambush right now, they seem to be a little bit like truly disheveled. They're just kind of losing their way. They're not really sure how to deal with North, I think. It's quite apparent, really. On the CT, it was the same problem. They seem to be afraid of going into battles and going into an engagement, and they're going to be going for this B take. And again, Christo, he's already done his job. That's all he needed to do in that case. You know, he doesn't need to get all three, but a damage and a kill, and in the end, the round. 13-5 as North is seemingly sailing towards that victory, and seems like the proverbial iceberg this time will have melted already.
Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like that, right? Ambush at this point, they are maybe too deep here, unfortunately. North, again, just playing a very convincing set of rounds here on Overpass. Sure, they've allowed a couple extra rounds compared to the endpoint game, but not that it makes too much of a difference here with the form that North seem to have hit here. It's very malleable. MSL challenging early, dropped down to 3 health, but still surviving. Rixo finally finished the job. Cajun B, however, doesn't want to overpeak. Maybe that is why. Rixo able to at least punish. Gets away with the second frag onto Cajun B. Forces the hand of North now to just be a little more careful. A-sided stack, 2 players ready for the approach. But if there's any round that teams are trying to win or wanting to win to really offset the momentum, the Eagle round is definitely one to do that to you. Although, Shadow spotted. Yeah, there we go. Ambush. They should be now looking a lot more strengthy here. Christo, good response, however, gets away with a double.
Yeah.
Here's the drop-off of typos as well, so has to be aware of that one. But Zeke, most important player here right now on the flanks, and I think he might have just been red.
Oh no, Gade goes into heaven, seemingly ignorant of Zeke's position, as one would expect, of course, given the position that North is in. Zeke, he first needs to get rid of Gade, and he's doing exactly that by the looks of it. Knife, nope, no knife, just a deagle shot, fair enough. And now back into a 1-on-2 as Christo does not know where the bomb is. Oh, he spots the bomb! No way! Zeke, a 1-on-1. Oh, the timing is insane there as Christo turns around in the nick of time in the last moment and he saves himself. Oh. What can I say? That is just an unlucky break for Ambush, and well, 14-5. This is it. Ambush, last chance. It's do or die now.
Yeah, really, yeah. If Ambush do lose this one, that is North pretty much guaranteeing the closure here of this best of 1. A much more convincing performance compared to last week's showing in the best of 1s, which is always nice to see here. But Ambush, what can they do? It is down to them to really turn the tides here on this map. SL will be